You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, YNR fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for October 28th through November 8th. Looks like Phyllis is in danger, Christine is fighting, and the new ranch is revealed. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to dive in with the action starting Monday, October 28th. If you're not following us, please click subscribe. Let's dive right in. Chance arrests Daniel while Phyllis is screaming and shrieking. Christine has to rush in, calm the situation, and she is ready to fight to get Daniel out on bail. And Daniel doesn't want Summer or Lucy to know, but you know it's not going to stay hidden for long. Phyllis wants Michael to represent Daniel, not Cricket, but Michael says no, Christine is going to take care of this. Daniel is very upset as he's fingerprinted, has his mug shot taken, and is tossed in a cell for a crime that Sharon Newman committed and framed him for. Claire spends time talking to Kyle, who's very upset about his parents have split up. Of course, Jack has fired Diane, tossed her out of the house. I'm still hoping that they're just, playing some kind of long con. They haven't really broken up, but we will see. And Claire says that Diane seems genuinely hurt about all this, and she is really hoping that he can repair his relationship with his mom and his dad. Tracy comes to check on Diane and finds Diane saying she's just tired of pretending to be someone she's not. She doesn't think she should have to apologize for her ambition and says men never have to, and thinks there's a double standard for women. Nikki goes over to see Jack because she's worried about his sobriety because he's lost his wife and his son, and Nikki wants to help. And Victor said, Jack says, great, then get Victor to stop messing with my life, stop messing with my son. And he unfolds the whole plot for her, tells her that Victor bought Glissade. He's the one who has Kyle doing terrible things like stealing from Jabot, treating his parents like garbage. And Nikki asks, why would he do this? And Jack says, it's all about that night at the GCAC where I took pills to try and get you into rehab. And Nikki is absolutely stunned, and she goes over to confront Victor, who tries to sidestep and is instead upset that she went to talk to Jack, and she's like, look, he's my friend. And Victor goes off on her, yelling about debauchery. Nikki says that Jack saved her, and Victor says no going to Jack for support anymore and screams at her, why don't you just move in with him? And then Victor turns around and calls Diane and says he is ready to help her with her payback plan on Kyle and Jack. And she says she doesn't care who she hurts, but she is going to get what she wants, revenge on the people that hurt her. And Tracy talks to Jack about how hurt and righteous and angry that Diane is right now. Then on Tuesday, Daniel's world is completely flipped upside down. Maybe it's the charges against him. Maybe it's his arraignment, and Victor has to defend the actions that he's taken. Obviously, this is the whole plot against Jack thing. Who even knows? It could be Victoria asking about it. It could be Adam. Adam knows a lot about this already, but not all of it. And Nate opens his door to find Amy Lewis there. Then on Wednesday, October 30th, Lily doesn't want to hear any more from Nikki. She is standing firm. Remember, Nikki keeps trying to get her to agree to come to Chancellor. She's offered her more money, said she can sit beside her to run the company. And it's interesting that Nikki is still trying to do this, knowing that this is just one more plot that Victor is engaging in that is super shady. She has to know that he's probably on the wrong side of this one too. Meanwhile, Victor issues a warning to Kyle, and I wonder if this is him giving a heads up that Diane is coming for him, which is interesting since Victor is conspiring with Diane at this point. And Sally has an assignment given to her that takes her by surprise. And I am wondering if it's something to do with Abby's wedding dress, because she is getting married in the middle of sweeps on November 13th. Thursday, October 31st is the day that November Sweeps kicks off, and Victor loses his temper with Adam. There's nothing new about that. I am sure it's something to do with Jack Abbott. Adam has been very clear he is not going to publish horrible things about Jabot or about Jack, but Victor is so worked up about Nikki's bad reaction about it, and I'm sure that it's going to just be another ugly scene with Adam. Someone surprises Sharon when they drop by, and I wonder if it is Phyllis, because she knows that Sharon did this and is framing her son. Phyllis is determined to do what she needs to do to exonerate Daniel. Meanwhile, Sharon has determined that she needs to do whatever she needs to do to shut Phyllis up. So this could be a very tense showdown. And Lily has some bad news she needs to deliver to Devon. And I don't know if it's about his wedding or if it's about her still refusing to come back to Winters to work with him and Nate. Friday, November 1st, Claire finds Kyle and Summer having some sort of moment, and she interrupts them, and Summer may be a little frustrated because of Chance arresting her brother Daniel. So maybe they're having some kind of little bonding session. I don't know if it's going to make Claire uncomfortable or not. You know, she's kind of in over her head with him a little bit because she's never even had a boyfriend. So we'll see. Daniel decides he needs to handle things himself. He takes matters into his own hands. So hopefully he's out on bail at this point. And Victoria opens up to Kyle, and I wonder if it's more of her ongoing frustrations with Victor and his terrible, terrible behavior. Going into the week of the 4th through the 8th of November, it's the first full week of sweeps, and we're getting closer to this murder mess wrapping up, or at least I hope so. Now, either Jack and Diane are really selling a fake split, or they have truly imploded, which is sad. Victor is facing a growing pile of very angry people who want him to pay. Tell me if I miss anybody, but we've got Audra, Lily, Jack. Adam is starting to get annoyed with him. Devon, Nate, Jill, Victoria, Cole, and now Nikki. And Claire's kind of disenchanted with her grandpa too. Tracy's starting to get bothered by him. Diane is plotting with him, but she may also be plotting against him. So I feel like before all is said and done, a lot of Genoa City may be aligned against Victor. Nikki may get closer to Jack while Victor is conspiring with Diane. And Sharon takes desperate action to silence Phyllis once and for all. But I don't think Red is going to go down as easily as Heather did. Christine presses Chance to consider why this case was wrapped up so neatly in a bow for him, and that he's been sold a bill of goods about an innocent suspect. Nick also begins to have some doubts. Summer's not so happy that Chance arrested her brother, and she and Kyle might cross lines. And the rebuilt Newman Ranch set debuts on Friday, November 8th. It's the same one that Sharon burned down 12 years ago. So hopefully she's not invited to the wedding the following week on the 13,000th episode on November 13th, or she might go pyro again since she's unhinged. If you recall, she was in a bipolar spiral and was drunk and angry about her divorce from Victor when she torched the place. I think it was in 2012, and Adam actually helped her cover it up back then.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.